father of Trump's son-in-law Jared, has invested $13 million into British startup smartphone bank Monzo. This news about Kushner's venture capital company, Thrive Capital, was announced earlier this week, and my first thought was, will the fintech industry drop Trump or Kushner products in the same way Nordstrom, Neiman Marcus, Jet and others have dropped Ivanka Trump as fashion line? Yes, some companies have made it clear that there was no political reasoning behind these decisions, and others have failed to comment on why this decision was made. However, we have also seen examples such as makeup brand Illamasqua put forward their anti-fascism pledge, which poignantly displays their view. Their view is one that is against Trump, and they state unequivocally that if you don't agree with the brand's opinion, don't buy us. Could we start seeing this sort of political statement in fintech? Will people start to outwardly condemn Trump and Kushner companies, or those that have been funded by the two families, like Monzo? These questions seem unfair, almost, and in reality, fintechs do struggle to attain investment, but does it really matter where it comes from, and should customers care? Have customers stopped using PayPal because of Peter Thiel's friendship with Trump? I don't think so, according to Business Insider. Monzo co-CEO and founder Tom Blumfield built a relationship with Thrive Capital whilst living in New York and got to know Miles Grimshaw and Jared Weinstein, partners at the firm. I think their investment in Oscar Health, it's a really good parallel. Health insurance in the US is very similar: high cap requirement, high regulation, horrific user experience. A lot of investors were scared off by the regulation and capital requirements. Thrive just saw it as a space they understood very deeply. Alongside this, it is interesting how Joshua's Oscar Health was built following the creation of the Obamacare legislation, the scheme Trump would like to eradicate, as reported in Forbes. Kushner Wealth Snapshot. Although, from Blumfield's comment, it is easy to see that, like I said above, investment is hard to come by, and the BI article goes on to explain that the money will be used to launch the bank and to get certain operating restrictions lifted. Under the Trump presidency, we have seen the first steps being taken in order to dismantle the Dodd-Frank reforms put in place following the financial crisis. This is said to make a big impact on finance worldwide, but arguably, it could be said that if this approach is taken with this and other regulations, fintech startups would have fewer obstacles to go through to get banking licenses, for example. Perhaps the Trump administration is recognizing that the multitude of regulations that do exist are out of date. In turn, whatever replaces the Dodd-Frank Act, or the Volcker rule as has been rumored, could have new financial technology startups in mind and favor the banks too. Time will tell. The real question here is whether or not politics matter in fintech, in the same way it matters now in entertainment and even in technology, as we have seen following the immigration ban. Let me know your thoughts in the comments.